Imagine knowing exactly what makes a man crave you more, but not in the obvious ways you see on social media, not the makeup, not the selfies, not the hard to get games. I'm talking about subtle things, almost invisible moves that instantly shift how he feels about you, even when he doesn't understand why. Most men can't explain it, but they feel it, and those feelings are what keep them thinking about you long after the first date. So today, you're going to learn 7 secret things women do, consciously or not, that tap straight into a man's psychology and make him crave your presence more than your attention. We all know attraction starts fast, but real desire builds quietly. It's not about being perfect, it's about creating emotional gravity. And if you understand how to do that, you can flip a man's internal switch from casual interest to something deeper, something he can't shake. Let's start with the first secret. Have you ever noticed how some women make a man lean forward when they talk? It's not because they're louder or flashier, it's because they listen like they already know their worth. That's secret number 1, selective attention. When a woman gives a man her full, calm attention, but not all the time, it hits differently. She's present when she chooses to be, and that balance of focus and distance keeps his mind active. He starts wondering, does she really like me or is she just being kind? That small uncertainty fuels attraction because men crave validation that feels earned. When every moment with you feels intentional, not random, it signals you're not desperate for his approval, you're choosing his company, and that makes him want to earn more of your time. But here's the catch. Most people confuse selective attention with playing games. This isn't about pulling away to manipulate. It's about emotional boundaries. When you're grounded in yourself, you don't need to fill every silence or respond instantly. The pauses tell him you're confident in your value. That quiet confidence creates tension, the good kind, the kind that makes him think about you when you're not around. Now, secret number 2 might surprise you. It's about unpredictability. Not chaos, but emotional variety. Think about your favorite movie. It keeps you curious because you don't know what's coming next. Humans crave novelty. The same rule applies in dating. Slight unpredictability makes you unforgettable. Maybe one day you send a thoughtful text, and the next day you're quiet because you're genuinely busy, not pretending. Maybe you're warm and engaged in person, but you don't rush to agree with everything he says. Men crave that small dose of surprise. It feels alive. Why does this work so powerfully? Because the male brain links emotional stimulation to value. When unpredictable moments happen, dopamine spikes. His brain literally associates you with reward. That's why he keeps checking his phone or replaying your interactions in his head. You've become mentally rewarding, not just physically attractive. The third secret is something most women underestimate: emotional mirroring with depth. This means reflecting his tone or emotions, not his words. When a man shares something serious and you match his emotional tone, calm when he's calm, curious when he's passionate, it tells him we're aligned. But here's the twist. You also inject your own authenticity. You're not agreeing to please him. You're responding because you're tuned in. That emotional sync makes him feel seen without losing your individuality. This kind of connection creates what psychologists call resonance. It's like two instruments vibrating at the same frequency. And the moment he feels that resonance, even once, his brain begins chasing it again subconsciously. That's why he starts craving your energy, not your body. He can find physical attraction anywhere. Emotional resonance, that's rare. Now, secret number 4 cuts deeper. It's subtle independence. Not the kind that says, I don't need anyone, the kind that shows you have a full, meaningful life that doesn't revolve around whether he texts or not. Real independence is energy, not attitude. It's the way you talk about your passions, your goals, your routines. When a woman is anchored in her own direction, she becomes magnetic. Why? Because in his mind, that independence means mystery. He can't fully predict what drives you, and that unpredictability makes him pay attention. You're no longer just someone he likes, you become someone he wants to understand. That's where craving starts, curiosity mixed with admiration. When a man admires a woman for the way she lives, not just how she looks, his attraction transforms. The problem most people miss, though, is independence without warmth feels distant. If you're only focused on yourself, it reads as disinterest. So the power comes from balance, warmth with boundaries. You show him that connection with you is a privilege, not an obligation. That combination is irresistible. Secret number 5 is hidden in your tone and pace. It's how you speak. The female voice can trigger deep responses in the male brain, not just biologically, but emotionally. When you slow your speech slightly and add subtle pauses, it signals calm authority. He feels safe and intrigued at the same time. You're not rushing to fill silence. You're letting words land. The real magic is in emotional pacing. Speak with calm energy when revealing something personal, then use light, playful tones during moments of humor or curiosity. You're guiding his emotional experience without him realizing it. The contrast between those emotional notes keeps him engaged and emotionally tethered to the moment. He craves your energy because your voice becomes tied to emotional calm, adventure, and safety, all at once. Now, number 6 is something nearly every high-value woman does naturally. She inspires effort without demanding it. Think about this. When a man feels like his energy is appreciated, not taken for granted, he invests more. The secret isn't asking for things, it's appreciating small efforts with genuine warmth. If he plans a date, even a simple coffee, and you express sincere gratitude, he feels seen as a man, not just a provider. That validation is fuel. Here's why that matters. Men crave to feel useful in relationships. It's not about control, it's about contribution. When a woman subtly signals that his presence adds value, not because she needs him, but because she enjoys him, his instinct to protect and pursue activates. The psychology here is ancient. When his effort feels noticed, he keeps giving, because giving makes him feel powerful in the best way. The last secret, number 7, is emotional anticipation. This is what makes him think of you long after you've left. It's not about texts or photos, it's about creating emotional imprints. You do this by blending light intimacy with emotional contrast. For example, as the conversation hits a high point, switch gears slightly. End it warmly but early. That leaves him wanting more. Or share a story that opens a window into your vulnerability, then pull back with a smile. You're giving him a small taste of depth, enough for his imagination to fill the blanks. His mind will replay those moments again and again because the story feels unfinished, and our brains crave closure. Here's something most people overlook. The more a man uses his imagination about you, the deeper his emotional hooks grow. You stop being a fixed person in his mind. You become a story, and stories are addictive. So, how do all these secrets connect? Selective attention makes him crave your focus. Unpredictability keeps him curious. Emotional mirroring builds connection. Subtle independence creates admiration. Vocal pacing draws him in subconsciously. Appreciating effort triggers pursuit. And emotional anticipation leaves him wanting more. Put together, they form a cycle of tension and release. Each piece feeds the next. You're not forcing attraction, you're shaping emotional rhythm. This rhythm keeps you memorable. Most people lose attraction by becoming predictable, over-explaining, or chasing reassurance, but emotional rhythm keeps your presence alive in his mind long after the moment passes. Now, let's talk about the big payoff, the truth behind what makes a man secretly crave you more. It's not the outfits or the compliments or perfection, it's contrast. Emotionally engaging, then pulling back, showing warmth but with mystery, making him feel safe but still curious.
That's the formula. When you embody this balance, he experiences emotional highs and calm moments intertwined, just enough unpredictability to keep him attached, but never confusion that pushes him away. He can't label it, but he feels it. His brain keeps chasing the feeling of being around you because you activate comfort and curiosity at once. That combination is rare, and that's why he craves it. So, if you want to embody these 7 secrets, start simple. Be intentional with your attention. Keep your energy unpredictable but authentic. Mirror with empathy. Protect your independence. Speak with calm rhythm. Appreciate his efforts sincerely. And end moments just a little before they peak. Small changes, big psychological shifts. Remember, the goal isn't to control how men feel, it's to understand how attraction works beneath the surface. When you step into that awareness, you stop competing for attention. You start radiating energy that pulls the right men in naturally. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these 7 secrets do you feel you already use without realizing it? And which one do you want to develop more this year? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one. And if you want to dive deeper into what keeps men hooked long term, make sure you catch the next video, 9 Habits Driving Men Wild Silently. You're going to see why the women who master those habits don't chase, they attract by instinct.